Last time on Dragon Ball Dreamscape, Goku and Kale's date was cut short by the arrival of Goku's long-lost son, Angel. This is the son Goku had after his divorce with Chi-Chi when he married a princess to the mystical Toma clan, a princess who unfortunately at a later date succumbed to a rare blood disease. I literally just dropped the entire story of this a few days ago, so I'm gonna leave a link to that in the description below in the top comment, as well as the full manga, plus some additional chapters, bonuses, and retcons for the story of Dreamscape. Let's see what happens next. We find out that Angel actually received his name from his uncle Whis. Whis was the one that actually delivered the baby the same way he delivered the baby in Dragon Ball Super. So giving Ella that beautiful gift of not going through torturous child labor, she ended up naming him after Whis. Not far behind Angel is his uncle Thomas, high-ranking member of the mystical Toma family, and he has urgent business with Goku. And we cut to Beerus losing his mind with all these Saiyans on Beerus's planet and decides to take them to Earth. That way they can meet up with the rest of the Z fighters, and Kale gets an earful from Caulifla after ditching her to go to the beach with Goku on her date. After Bulma explains at length the entire story of Goku and this Princess Ella, Kale solemnly contemplates to herself what Goku has gone through and who he's actually married, because he's actually married two different princesses. Chi-Chi of the Fire Mountain, daughter of the Ox King, Ella of Clan Toma, descendant of the first Guardian of Earth and reincarnation of the Guardian's daughter. And then we have Kale, who in this story is also a princess. No matter how much she tries to deny it, she's born to the Guardian family, descendant of the Queen of the Saiyan race. So it is quite clear to Kale that Goku absolutely has a type. Kale wonders if it wasn't just better for her to stay in bed that night instead of following Goku off as he trained with Whis, because if she didn't follow him, then Goku would have never relived his own memories of losing his last wife, and at the same time possibly messed up the training that they were doing that was so important to Caulifla. Kale wishes she could just take it all back, go back to how it was before all this happened, before she went on her date with Goku, and just have it be Goku ordering them around in their training. And that's when she notices there are a few CDs on her nightstand, and they seem to be of Nella Nightingale, who before she met Goku was a music artist. Booting up the disc, she listens to her song and realizes that she had a tremendously gorgeous and beautiful voice, and this is helping her fall asleep right now. And that's when suddenly the music stops. Kale finds herself on Namek, a barren wasteland, not a single soul in sight and nobody fighting. Is this a dream or is this something else? But she begins to hear something behind her, and when she turns around she sees the spitting image of Ella with a halo around her head. Could this be real? Could this be not? Who knows, but it looks like Ella is meeting Kale for the first time, and Ella has a halo, meaning that this could be her in the afterlife reaching out in Kale's dreams. Ella is there to see the fight between Goku and Frieza because she was never shown it, and Goku talked about it often, which is curious because Goku showed the fight to Kale through a mind meld, so the fact that he showed Kale this and not Ella speaks volumes. But aren't you dead? Only in the living sense. Death is an illusion. It's true, I don't have a body in the physical world anymore, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm still very much alive. Consciousness can't die. It can sleep but not die, even if your memories are erased. I don't understand. You're a ghost? But how is this possible? Are you a ghost in my head? You could say I'm a ghost in your dreams. Eureka strikes and Ella begins jotting this down because she just thought of an amazing song verse. She is a musician after all. And she probably says one of the saddest things here that I've heard in a Dragon Ball fan manga in a while. Kale asks her, "You still writing songs?" And she replies, "Well, yes, of course. Why would I stop? The dead sing all the time." Oh, that's a good idea too. That's just utterly depressing and beautiful all at the same time, honestly. Kale didn't just see an apparition earlier that day alongside Goku's son. It was actually Ella reaching from the beyond. That's how she knows her name. And apparently, being a daughter of Toma grants special privileges. Normally, it's not allowed, but to stay on the safe side, I only use projection when I visit. And Ella asks her a point-blank question. You are the girl that was with him on the beach. Yes, I was. And Kale asks if that's okay. Of course it is. Can't keep a man to yourself when you die. That's not very nice. I don't mind sharing him with a nice girl. I'm not a stingy ghost. I would have been willing to share Goku with his wife if she accepted me, but I believe she thought I tried to steal him on purpose. Do you like him? So this would have been the start of Goku's harem if Chi-Chi would have accepted it, and if Ella hadn't passed away. This is a interesting turn of events. Blushing, Kale redirects the question of whether she likes Goku by saying that he's her martial arts teacher, but she's making it very obvious that she does have feelings for her, and Ella sees straight through that because she knows that Goku's a very easy man to love. But Kale has freaked out on him several times already, so she knows that he has a lot of faults. Ella knows the beach that Goku took Kale very well because that is the beach that they used to go and frequent when she was still alive, and she does want to return back to the living, but Goku promised her that they would be reincarnated together when the time comes to have a long, fulfilling life, which is a shock to Kale. Kale is conflicted mainly due to the fact that Goku just took her on a date, and yet he promised his ex-wife who passed away that they would reincarnate together to have a full, happy life. But Ella seems fine with that. She says that this lifetime should not affect another, but Ella also was willing to share Goku with Chi-Chi, so she's not the best judge of emotion on this because Kale is obviously conflicted on what Goku's intentions are with her and what her feelings are toward her, and that's when they hear, "So you must be Frieza." Shocking both Kale and Ella, you see Goku facing off against Frieza. The final battle of planet Namek is about to begin. The dream is starting, Goku's memories are about to begin, and Ella finally gets to see the clash between Goku and Frieza on planet Namek. Ella's surprised that Goku basically looks untouched by time, looks the same then as he does now. Kale tells him that it's because you're a Saiyan, and Saiyans really don't seem to age. But the remarks on Frieza are pretty funny because they're both pissed off that Frieza is the bad guy facing off against Goku in this, but Kale remembers Frieza from him knocking out her entire team in the Tournament of Power. It seems that Goku talked about the Tournament of Power as well with Ella, and she's actually genuinely curious as to Kale's involvement in it. She is surprised that Kale was in such a huge tournament and that she's from a different universe. Ella thinks it's real nice that Kale's there because it's good to have a Saiyan female influence in the Z Fighter gang, but Kale admits that she honestly did not like Goku at first because he was a jerk to them when training began. Both are surprised to see Vegeta here at all. They didn't expect him to be there in this final battle, all beat up and close to death's door. But unfortunately, both of them can't hear what he's saying until Kale feels something out in the distance. All the images from the Frieza saga, from Namek, they're all rushing through her head. The death of Krillin, the emergence of a Super Saiyan, everything is coming to place and it's all a jumble in her mind. Ella realizes this is extremely dangerous for Kale because she was the one that was given the memory, so she is emotionally tied to it. So her emotions and Goku's are linked to it, and if she starts going out of control with it, with all the emotions rushing through her head, Ella is gonna dip out of there because she shouldn't be there in the first place. He trained so hard, 6 days of breaking himself, bringing himself to near death, mastered 100 times gravity, healing himself with magic. I can feel his obsession, the fear, the excitement. Born a nobody, Vegeta, he was strong. Frieza, even stronger, incredible. He was nothing in the beginning, then over time he changed and grew. He never gave up, never stopped growing stronger. This power is on a whole nother level than before. I thought Goku was born elite, that's why he's so powerful, but he isn't. A low-level Saiyan, and yet it's like he transformed already from just a few days of hard training. This isn't even Super Saiyan. His pity and forgiveness for Vegeta, Everything that happened at this moment with Goku, seeing Vegeta dying, everything that happened is rushing through Kale's eyes. Kale's in trouble. She's overwhelmed by the vision, the dream. Everything is too much for her, and Ella is trying her hardest to get her to calm down and relax. Relax your mind. Try and focus on just one thing. Just one thing. I can't. Yes, you can. Remember Goku. What's the nicest thing he's ever done for you or a friend? Kale struggles very hard to find one thing that Goku has done for her that is positive, but then she remembers the fights that they had on Beerus's planet and the aftermath where Goku flies her back to the base. And this is something that she remarks on as being the nicest thing Goku has done. Kale begins to bring it back. No harm done. He never meant to cause any harm to anyone, especially not you or your friends. He's a good person, a hero, and someone to love. And she calms down enough to come back to normal. Ella's a bit confused that Goku would give Kale the ability to see his memories, but really not teach her how to go through them. So essentially, Kale would be, at this point, basically seeing his memories through all the dreams that she's having. And Kale remarks that he probably would have if her brother didn't show up to stop him. So Ella teaches Kale a little something. Alright, first thing is we have to teach you how to use this new ability of yours. Focus all your attention into this spot on your forehead while regulating your breathing. What's the first thing you see when it activates? Let that begin to play, then pause it. Don't anticipate what comes next or think about anything. Just focus on the first thing, let it rest, then take it in. And you got to learn to slow it down and let one memory play out one at a time in session. Alright, I'll try. Wait, how do you know how to do this? I can do more than just sing and write songs. This, Ella, wasn't my first lifetime. Ella explains that she learned this ability from Goku, that she had very bad anxiety and Goku helped her through that. Whenever she had a panic attack, Goku helped her focus her ki, her energy, and she would be just fine after that. So this is something that she can impart on Kale, who obviously is issues with all those concepts. And that is the end of today's Dragon Ball fan manga. If you guys love Dragon Ball fan mangas or Dragon Ball fan animations, then I think you're gonna like this video right here.
Subscribe for more content.